the zygote immediately divides into two cells. Then these cells divide again and again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening, everybody. This is Kumar Rajiv, PGT Computer. This is Kumar Rajiv, PGT Computer. On behalf of Bijli Vidyalaya, welcomes all the head and teachers for today's Koderma District Sahodaya Complex in-house training. All the participants are requested to follow the guidelines suggested by Sahodaya Complex. Kindly keep your mic off and video on. Raise your hand for any query. Yep. Yeah. You can put your query through the chat box. At last, please do not forget to fill the attendance assessment cum feedback form. Now, with the permission of District Training Coordinator, Mr. O.P. Yadav sir, I would like to request Mr. Pankaj Upadhyay sir, the resource person of the day, to conduct the session on 21st century skill. O.P. Yadav sir, Should I start, sir? Should I start, sir? Pankaj Upadhyay, sir.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, sir. You are audible.
Yes. So may I start, sir?
Yeah, sir. Please, sir. You can.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. One and all present over here. Okay. Our good afternoon, our honorable president cum training coordinator OP Yadav, sir. All principals, teachers, and everybody present over here in this webinar. Okay. Before I start my presentation, okay, I would like to share the screen so that I can move ahead.
हाँ सर भेज रहे हैं
Rajiv sir, screen is visible, sir. Rajiv sir.
It's visible, sir. Visible.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. So good afternoon, one and all present over here. So before I start this particular webinar on the 21st century skill, I would start with the particular statement that there is only one thing in this whole universe that is permanent in nature, and that is change. With this particular line, okay, I'm going to start the session. Why I'm saying that there is only one thing in this whole universe that is permanent in nature, that is change. Because this change, you can realize that this change has brought all of us on this particular state, that all of us, okay, sitting in different area and conducting a particular webinar, not seminar, okay, through this particular virtual mode and online mode. So the change will always be there, whether it is due to the technology, whether it is due to the COVID-like situation, or whether it is due to some other situation. But the change will be there. And we, the particular teacher, the parents and the students has to cope up with this particular change. So this 21st century skill will talk about that what are the different skills that is required in today's 21st century. And these skills are not only required by the parents, these are required by the teacher, by the parents, by the students also. Okay. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So moving ahead with this, the first slide, as you can see, it talks about that what is this 21st century skill. Okay. So the term 21st century skills refers to a broad set of knowledge, skills, work habits, and character traits that are believed by the educators, school reformers, college professors, employers, and others to be critically important to success in today's world. That means whatever is the 21st century skill that is related to knowledge, skills, some work habit and characters, all these particular people from the different area, they think that these are very much required in order to get success in today's world, whether it's a student or a teacher. In simple term, what we can say, 21st century skills refers to the skills that are required to enable an individual to face the challenges of the 21st century. Okay, so skills are the particular the trait, and the 21st century skills are those skills that are very much required in order to get success in our life. So these are the broad 21st century skill. Okay, so here whatever I will discuss that I have learned, okay, and I have learned from the training session that I have attended, this is my own views and thoughts about this particular thing. So this particular session is going to be interactive and a learning session. So what is this 21st century skill? It is divided into three broad categories: learning skill, literacy skill, and life skill. I think that most of you have joined the particular yesterday session. There also the competency based, okay, the thing has been discussed. There also a few line has been talked about this particular thing, 21st century skill, that these skills are required. So today I will be focusing on these things, that why this much very much required today. So it is divided into three categories: learning skill, literacy skill, and life skill. Learning skills has 4 C's that we will see later on. What are these 4 C's? Literacy skill have IMT. Again, we are going to see that what does this IMT stands for. Next is life skills, that is okay divided into Phillips and many more. So actually the question arises that, okay, we know that 21st century skill, okay, is there, okay, it is related to something knowledge and the trait and the character skill. Why it is so important? So learning is complete and holistic only when a person is able to effectively perform and fulfill his or her responsibility and duties towards self, organization, institute, family, society, and above all towards the nation. So whenever you are learning something, whenever a particular student is coming to school, whatever he is learning, so the learning is only complete when that particular person or the student is able to perform, whether it's an exam, whether he is performing in his life or in career, then only we can say that this learning is complete. Again, the same thing, the learning skill, literacy skill, and life skill. There, the short form was there. So here, this is particular, what are the 4 C's, okay, IMT, and this life skill. Under 4 C's, what we are having? Critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication. We will see in detail what are these. Under literacy skill, what are these? IMT stands for information, media, and technology. And under life skills, what we have? Flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skill. Let's see one by one all of these. Okay. Learning skills includes all these 4 C's. First is about this critical thinking. Yesterday also a few things has been talked. What is this critical thinking? The word itself says it is the capability of objective analysis of information. Today is the requirement that the student should think in this way. Critically, they have to examine the facts and the figure. Whatever they are reading in the classroom, so they have to be objective analysis of the information has to be there. Why we are reading this? What will be the practical aspect of this? All teachers, dear teachers, okay, I don't think that there is any particular subject, okay, that is not relevant or not related to our day-to-day life. Some are more related, some are less, but each and every particular subject is related to our day-to-day life. And being a teacher, हमारे फर्ज बनता है कि when we are teaching in classroom, so we must tell the students how this particular subject is related to their day-to-day life. That has to be clearly communicated. When they are talking about Newton laws, okay, when they are reading any particular maths or science, any subject. So whenever they are reading something, there should be an rational. Objective analysis can be said rational or the logical analysis of any particular information. Next is what? Creativity and innovation. What does creativity means? So creativity refers to new way of seeing or doing things. We are always following this traditional method of teaching in the classroom. I think that many of you are applying these particular thing in your classroom also, that you might be calling some of the student, okay, and tell them to present their views on a particular topic in front of the class. So how you will make that particular student understand the different way of teaching that you can have, that is the creativity. Even the student can be told to present their ideas in a different way. So creativity refers to new way of seeing or doing things. Innovative skill means skills for thinking creatively to develop something new, unique, improved, or distinctive. Okay, we have this adult tinkering lab in the primary section also, even in the senior secondary also. Whatever they have learned, they can present their views in a different way. We can have some quiz competition in the class. हम quiz करवा सकते हैं, हम role play करवा सकते हैं students से. ताकि वो जो चीजें बताया गया है उनको वो डिफरेंट तरीका से सीखे। सपोज बैंक के बारे में फीचर्स बताना है बच्चों को कि बैंक में क्या क्या काम होता है, आपने उनको थ्योरी बता दिया, मगर अगर ऐसा करें कि 5 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उन 5 में से आप हर स्टूडेंट को अलग अलग रोल दे दे और उसके बाद उनको वो एक्ट करने के लिए बोले, बाकी स्टूडेंट अगर उनको देखेंगे दे कैन लर्न मोर, सो देयर कैन बी अ डिफरेंट वे और इनोवेटिव वे of learning something and again then teaching something. So this way they can come up with new idea. वो जब देखेंगे तो the other student can also reply, can add their particular viewpoint. So these things has to be inculcated in today's era, okay, in today's century, for today's world. Collaboration. Sometimes, okay, we do these things, okay, in our classroom. What is that collaboration? It is the ability to effectively work together with others. क्लास में अगर हम लोगों को एक ग्रुप डिस्कशन कराना है तो वो सारे लोग आपस में एक टॉपिक पर डिस्कस कर सकते हैं एंड वन ऑफ देम कैन प्रेजेंट द पर्टिकुलर आइडिया। हम लोग प्रोजेक्ट वर्क करवाते हैं, सो वी गिव देम दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट, ओके, इन अ पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप सो दैट दे कैन वर्क टुगेदर। सो दिस स्किल, हाउ दिस स्किल इज गोइंग टू हेल्प? अगर आप कोई ग्रुप डिस्कशन कराते, कोई बच्चे अगर कोई प्रोजेक्ट में ग्रुप में कर रहे हैं, कैन एनीबडी टेल दैट हाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू हेल्प इन पर्टिकुलर फ्यूचर? You can reply in the chat box, any of you, or you can use your mic. How this is going to help a student in future after they will complete their graduation or their studies? Yes, teacher, please. How this group activity is going to help the student in future? Yes, anybody can reply in the chat box or use your mic. How any particular group activity that the students are doing or working in a group, even in school, when we are teaching them, this is going to help them in future in their career. How this will help? Am I audible? Yes, am I audible? Can anybody reply? Yes, sir, am I audible? Reply in the chat box. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. So,
Yes, of
sir,
course.
yes, dear teachers, what I was telling that if a student is being or a group of student is, yes, somebody is replying. Okay. So what I was telling that if a student or a group of students are working in a group, after they will complete their particular education, they are going to work in a particular company. So there, it's not necessary that they will be told to work alone. Might be they have to work, or definitely they have to work in a team. There, if they have not have done any kind of group activity earlier, he will not be in a comfortable position. The person will hesitate to work in a particular team. Okay, so these activity will help them in their future and in career also. That is why this collaboration is also very, very important. Next is what? Communication. We, and number of times we talked a lot about this communication. All of us are aware of this communication. So communication refers to the ability to express one's opinions, desires, needs, apprehension, etc. appropriately, verbally and non-verbally. Today, whenever we want to communicate, we can communicate through WhatsApp, Facebook, through chat, through video. We have n number of options. But the main particular gist or the thing is there in communication is that whenever we are communicating, we always have to communicate to express, not to impress. When we are communicating to express, the people will automatically get impressed. Why I am saying that? हमारा जो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है,
सर
हाँ सर,
आपका स्लाइड शो नहीं हो रहा है, स्लाइड पूरा करंट स्लाइड पे नहीं है। करंट
अभी
स्लाइड
कौन, अभी स्लाइड दिख रहा है सर?
स्लाइड दिख रहा है बट स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हुआ है।
स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हुआ है,
स्लाइड मूव नहीं कर रहा है, स्लाइड मूव नहीं कर रहा है।
ठीक,
स्लाइड मूव नहीं कर रहा है पंकज सर।
अभी स्लाइड दिख रहा है सर?
अब आ रहा है, अब आ रहा है सर।
ठीक है,
यस सर,
अब ठीक है।
ठीक,
अब आगे इसको ले जाइए सर, आगे ले जाइए क्योंकि आप आगे बढ़ चुके हैं।
अभी कौन सा स्लाइड दिख रहा है सर?
अभी तो फर्स्ट स्लाइड दिख रहा है सर,
कोलैबोरेशन
कोलैबोरेशन दिख रहा है।
हाँ ठीक है, तो यही स्लाइड अभी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं सर, सही है।
चलिए ठीक, ठीक है सर, ठीक।
कोलैबोरेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन दिख रहा है?
हाँ हाँ
ठीक,
ठीक है सर।
यस सर।
so I was talking about this communication. So our main motive to communicate, okay, whenever we are communicating is to express our point. Sometimes when we are communicating, जो बात हम सामने वाले को बताना चाह रहे हो बात उसे समझ में नहीं आती है. So the main motive of communication is to express our views and thought, okay, in front of others. हम अपनी बात सामने वाले को समझा पाए. That's why I have said कि always communicate to express more than to impress. हमेशा हमारा मोटिव होना चाहिए कि हम कम्युनिकेट करें अपनी बात को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए, ना कि इंप्रेस करने के लिए. There should be a more focus to communicate to express, not to impress. There are three main things that has to be there in okay communication. The key components. What are those key components? Listening, understanding, and responding. कभी-कभी हम लोग सुनते नहीं हैं, बोलते ज्यादा है, सुनते कम है. So we have to be a very good listener also. Then whatever we are listening, we have to understand. Okay, we have to understand what has been given to us or what has been told to us, and then we have to respond. So these are the very three key components of communication. There is one thing also very, very important. That is what? Tone. When we are communicating, sometimes we are very fast, sometimes we are very slow, and sometimes we are very loud. See, there is a saying in English, more noise a man or a motor makes, less power there is available. जितना आवाज कोई गाड़ी करती है, जितना ज्यादा धुआं निकलता है, उसमें उतना पावर कम होता है. इसका मतलब गाड़ी में कुछ गड़बड़ी है. Same way, when a person is shouting too much, okay, so that means there is something that he wants to hide up. So when you are communicating, your voice should not be loud, very loud. So that has to be there. Okay, so communication, it is a part, and number of things, as I have said, can be discussed, but the focus should be on to express our views, ideas, and thoughts. Next is what? The literacy skill. Is the slide is visible? Now the slide is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So first was what? The learning skill. After that, we are having literacy skill. It includes IMT, information, media, and then the technology. What can be told about this? We are practicing this, and we are always learning this literacy skill about IMT. What is this all about? Information literacy, मीडिया लिटरेसी एंड टेक्नोलॉजी लिटरेसी. आज हम लोग सबको देखिए सारे प्लेटफॉर्म वेबिनार पे हम लोग मीटिंग कर रहे हैं. हम लोग वी आर ऑन ऑल दिस पर्टिकुलर ओके प्लेटफॉर्म थ्रू ऑनलाइन मोड. So from wherever the student is getting information, that is information literacy. The student has to be told the n number of source from where the information can be gathered. So we have to be very literate about the source of information. पहले के समय होता था कि सिर्फ टीचर होते थे, वो बच्चों को पढ़ाते थे. After that we are having books, now we are having Google, and today we are having n number of platform from where the information can be gathered. किसी को कोई सवाल पूछे, so even if you are typing one question in Google, you will getting the 10 response, more than 10 response, okay, for a particular question that you are having. So information literacy, what they have written, these skills involve the ability to access information, चाहे वो ट्रेडिशनल तरीका हो या डिजिटल तरीका हो. Media and technology, to understand and critically evaluate different aspects of content and information and create and communicate effectively. Media, चाहे वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया हो या फिर वो आपका प्रिंट मीडिया हो. आप में से किसी ने एक नाम सुना है, कन खजूरा टेशन? रिप्लाई कर सकते हैं यस नो, सिर्फ इतना ही रिप्लाई करना है. हम सुनना चाहते हैं, किसी ने सुना है कन खजूरा टेशन? एनीवन? Any teacher?
No, sir. No,
See,
sir.
there is a particular initiative by this particular HUL. HUL एक कंपनी है, ठीक है, जो कि आपका क्लिनिक प्लस बनाती है, लाइफ बॉय बनाती है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स इट मैन्युफैक्चर. वो जब बिहार में गई थी, so he was सर्चिंग फॉर द आइडिया कि हम कैसे अपने प्रचार प्रसार करेंगे बिहार में. जब उनको लगा कि अगर हम टीवी पे ऐड देंगे तो बहुत कम लोगों के पास में बिहार में टेलीविजन है. लेकिन उस समय उन्होंने जब सर्वे किया तो उनको मालूम चला क्या कि यहाँ पर मोबाइल डेंसिटी बहुत ज्यादा, टेली डेंसिटी, मोबाइल कनेक्शन बहुत ज्यादा लोगों के पास सिम है. तो उन्होंने एक तरीका अपनाया, उन्होंने एक टोल फ्री नंबर जनरेट किया. कोई भी पर्टिकुलर पर्सन उस टोल फ्री नंबर पे अगर एक मिस कॉल अगर करेगा तो उस मिस कॉल करने से उनको उस समय में वो गाना सुन सकता है, और वो गाना फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट है, सिर्फ मिस कॉल करना है। और उसी गाने के बीच में कंपनी चाहेगी तो अपना प्रचार भी कर सकती है, तो आप उसमें शायरी भी सुन रहे हैं, चुटकुले भी सुन रहे हैं और गाना भी सुन रहे हैं। So they have found this particular media for their purpose. Now we are having this particular media for getting information. We have n number of sources. अभी देखिए जूम पे मीटिंग हो रहा है, देयर आर सर्टेन रिस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑन जूम, वी हैव डिफरेंट प्लेटफॉर्म लाइक दिस पर्टिकुलर गूगल मीट। अर्लियर हमारे सारे टीचर जो थे, व्हेन दिस ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म स्टार्टेड, सभी को बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुआ था ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में, बट अगेन द मोर वी नो अबाउट दीज पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स, द मोर वी आर कंफर्टेबल इन दीज थिंग्स, so we have to be very good, and not only the teacher, the students are more advanced in these fields, हमसे ज्यादा तेजी से वो सीखते हैं। So this is about the literacy regarding the source of information, regarding the media, and then the technology. Today is the world of technology. Earlier also I have talked, okay, so have you heard about this radio garden, anyone?
Yes.
So what is this radio garden about? Can anybody tell? If you talk, okay, if you talk about radio garden, किस चीज से संबंधित है ये? Anyone?
सर, इस
Yes.
पर हम किसी भी स्टेशन का गाना सुन सकते हैं, किसी भी देश का, किसी भी स्टेशन का।
गुड, वेरी गुड सर। ये रेडियो गार्डन एक ऑप्शन है जिसमें हम किसी भी देश का किसी भी स्टेशन का आपका गाना सुन सकते हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन ले सकते हैं आपका, एंड दैट टू आपको सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर ऐप डाउनलोड करना है अपने मोबाइल फोन में, और उस मोबाइल फोन में आप सिर्फ क्लिक करेंगे जिस पर्टिकुलर सिटी के ऊपर, उस सिटी का आपके पास में आपका गाना मिल सकता है, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन मिल सकता है। तो दैट मीन्स टुडे इज द वर्ल्ड ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एंड वी नो वेरी लेस अबाउट ऑल दिस थिंग. So the more and more we will be literate. Here we are talking about literacy. 21st century की आज के डेट में टेक्नोलॉजी, मीडिया एंड द सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन इज द की टू सक्सेस. हम जितना ज्यादा इसके बारे में जानेंगे, our success to okay in our life will be more and more. So this is about I, M and T. Now come the life skill. 21st century स्किल में सबसे बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंस आपका लाइफ स्किल का है. Why? Because we are neglecting always this particular life skill. So what is this life skill? So life skills, screen is visible, this one now, life skill.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir. Your screen is
Yes, it is
visible.
visible.
Life skill concept or slide is on.
Okay sir, thank you. Life skill can be defined as abilities that enable humans to deal effectively with the demand and challenges of life. बड़ा theoretical सा लगता है सुनने में, but again very very important. Life skill हम सबको जरूरत है, क्योंकि life skill are those skills that will help a human to deal the challenges of our life. So again ये जानना भी जरूरी है, समझना भी जरूरी है. Let's see what is this. Life skills say some life skills are passed down to us from our parents. कुछ life skill हम अपने guardian parents से सीखते हैं और कुछ स्कूल और कॉलेजेस में जाके सीखते हैं. Several life skills are required in different areas of life. अलग अलग एरिया में हमारे जीवन में अलग अलग लाइफ स्किल का जरूरत है. The fourth point is saying people seeking jobs need leadership and work skill. जिसको नौकरी की जरूरत है उसको लीडरशिप और वर्क स्किल का जरूरत है. The people intended to get married to start children need family and parenting skill, and those students who want to get more and more marks, they need that type of skill. Importance of life skill, why it is so important. Life skill, when we will know, then you will realize the importance, but it is saying that it is very important. Why? Because research suggests that developing life skills may help reducing the drug, alcohol and tobacco use. It may also reduce aggression and violence. Life skill can just make life a bit easier. जितना ज्यादा लाइफ स्किल्स हम अपने लाइफ में इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे, यूज करेंगे, हम लोग का एग्रेशन कम होगा. When we are in class, sometimes the student is not doing homework. Homework नहीं कर रहा तो we just get irritated. बहुत ज्यादा एग्रेशन हो जाते हैं. Okay, so this is also going to reduce that. Life skill can just make a life a bit easier. When we can regulate our emotions effectively and develop enduring supporting relationship, we are happier and healthier. Overall, what we can say, it is key for our health and well-being. ये सिर्फ हमारे पर्टिकुलर लाइफ को ही सेट नहीं करता, हमारे हेल्थ के लिए, हमारे वेलबींग दोनों के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. बहुत बात हो गया कि भाई लाइफ स्किल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, इट इज प्ले अ वाइटल रोल इन आवर लाइफ. सो व्हाट आर दिस लाइफ स्किल? लेट्स सी. कम्युनिकेशन एंड इंटरपर्सनल स्किल. पहले हम लोग कम्युनिकेशन स्किल के बारे में बात कर ले. इंटरपर्सनल स्किल शुड बी डेवलप इन स्टूडेंट so that they can understand, okay, the thing. These broadly describe the skills needed to get on and work with other people, and particularly to transfer and receive message either in writing or verbally. Next are decision making and problem solving. Sometimes, okay, in classroom also we can have such kind of thing where you can give a situation to a particular student and then ask to take the decision. You can make 4 or 5 group और उसमें आप बता सकते हैं कि ये एक पर्टिकुलर केस है, सिचुएशन है, इसमें आपका डिसीजन क्या होगा. थ्रू दिस वे वी कैन डेवलप द डिसीजन मेकिंग स्किल एंड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल. एक पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन है, ये प्रॉब्लम है, आप बताइए इसका आंसर क्या हो सकता है, ऐसे में आप क्या डिसीजन लेंगे. Critical thinking and creative thinking, that we have also discussed. Next is what? Life skills. Again, self-awareness and empathy. Very, very important one. The student must be aware of themselves. And the second part is empathy. आज के डेट में सहानुभूति दिखाने वाले बहुत सारे लोग मिलेंगे. जब किसी का कोई हालत खराब है, बीमार है, अगर किसी को अगर कोविड हो गया है, सपोज के हो ना, किसी का अगर पैर टूट गया एक्सीडेंट में, so we show our concern that I'm feeling very bad. But empathy is something more than that. When we are talking about empathy, means putting yourself in the shoes of others, putting yourself in the position of other people, and then feel what actually he is feeling. अपने आप को दूसरे पर्सन के जगह पे रख करके उसके हालत के बारे में, उसके इमोशंस के बारे में सोचना. That is what we called as empathy. Okay, these are the two important words here, the self awareness and empathy. कोई बता सकते हैं क्या है empathy? Now, anyone? There is a word called sympathy and then empathy. Sympathy means sahanubhuti and empathy is something else. Yes, can anybody tell or send the message in the chat box? Anyone? Yes, teacher, can anybody reply what is empathy? The screen is visible to you all? Yes, screen is visible. Yes, teacher.
Yes, sir.
It's visible, sir. It's visible.
Okay. So can anybody tell about this empathy? What do you mean by empathy? Yes. Just now I have said empathy. What does it mean? Am I audible also? Yes, again I am repeating. Okay, so when we are talking about empathy, means putting oneself in others position. Okay, that means अपने आप को सामने वाले के जगह पे रख करके सोचना how he is feeling, then thinking about his situation, which are the two key parts of emotional intelligence. They describe understanding yourself and being able to feel for other people as if their experience were happening to you. Assertiveness or self-control. Today we have to tell the particular student to have a self-control on themselves. This is also about the life skill. This describes the skills needed to stand up for yourself and other people and remain calm even in the face of considerable provocation. कभी कभी जब कोई सिचुएशन हमारे साथ हमारे फेवर में नहीं होता है, then we lose our control. So we have to develop this to have a self-control on ourselves. Resilience and ability to cope with problems, which describe the ability to recover from setback. हमारे साथ जो भी सिचुएशन हो गया है, एक बार गिर के फिर उठना, फिर गिर के उठना, that they are talking about life skill. कोविड के सिचुएशन में, लॉकडाउन के सिचुएशन में, many of us face n number of problems. After that problem, we have again has gone to our work. We have started working. Again after that, the lockdown came and the situation was at work. So again and again, whenever you are falling, standing, that is what they are saying about cope up with the problem. Situation चाहे बार बार खराब हो, हमारा काम है फिर से उठना and then again to move ahead. That is what resilience and ability to cope with problem. The same thing we have to develop in our student also, that whatever may be the situation, you have to fight for that. Okay, the only thing in our hand is to try. So we must not, okay, stop trying. That is they are saying. Next is about this empathy. There is a particular, okay, video. Slide is visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Black slide are
No,
showing.
slide not visible, sir. Now.
It is showing life skill empathy.
No, sir. It's
No,
not
sir.
showing.
Only blank slide are shows.
Okay, a video is going to play. Just have a look.
Okay, sir.
That's why it is blank.
Yes.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Have a look to this
Audible and
video.
visible, both, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only video are saying not audible, sir.
It's not audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait. Now the screen is visible, the blank screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I am playing the video. Just tell. Now it is audible. Now it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I
Yes,
will.
sir.
That video is not played.
नहीं आ रहा है उपाध्यक्ष सर, नहीं आ रहा,
जी सर.
नहीं आ रहा उपाध्यक्ष सर, स्क्रीन पे नहीं आ रहा.
Sir, this time audio is audible, but video is not visible, sir.
Okay, sir. You can read the line that is being there. Okay.
हाँ, that's
Everything is being written. Okay, that you can also go through it.
साउंड नहीं आ रहा है, साउंड केवल नहीं हो पा रहा.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You can say the transcript, sir.
Now the video is visible.
Video is visible, उपाध्यक्ष
So
सर.
read the line that is being written. Okay, sir.
That is only possibility is there. You can take the help of Rajiv sir. राजीव सर नहीं है क्या?
Sir, just read out the content that is written. Speaker is not audible as such.
You can read the content that is being flashed. So what this particular video is trying to tell, yes, the screen is visible now, flexibility.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that video is telling about empathy. It is a very strong message that particular video is saying that when you are in the same problem, agar aap us situation se guzare honge, then you understand the problems of others in a better way. In that particular video, that particular puppy is also not having the hip socket, and that's why nobody is interested in that particular puppy. So that boy is also not able to run. So that's why when he was asking to the shopkeeper, he was interested in that particular puppy, because he understand कि जब मैं नहीं चल पाता हूं तो मुझे कैसा feel होता है, what the thing I am just going through. That's why he has shown concern towards that particular puppy that was not having the hip socket. So empathy means putting yourself in other position, in other shoes, and then think emotionally what he is feeling. Sympathy means sahanubhuti. किसी का पैर टूटा हो, when you are going and then feel I am feeling very sorry for you. Okay, you met with an accident. But when you actually emotionally connect yourself with that particular person that he has met with an accident, there are different things associated with that. He will be in pain. So what sort of things he has to come across? That's the empathy is all about. Is it clear now? I think, is it clear? The empathy part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now come to this part. This is also this particular thing about this flexibility. Flexibility refers to a person's ability to change his action and steps taken by him according to a new situation and efficiently facing an unprecedented situation without compromising on ethics and values. See, जब बहुत तेज का तूफान आता है, जो बड़े बड़े पेड़ होते हैं, जो पेड़ झुकते नहीं है ना, वो पेड़ उखड़ जाते हैं. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी यही कहता है. कोविड सिचुएशन आया कि और कोई सिचुएशन आएगा, we have seen that we have to change our habit, we have changed our lifestyle, we have to have particular mask always when we are going. Might be we are facing okay problem when we are just inhaling air, सांस लेने में हमें दिक्कत होती है, कभी कभी कान में भी प्रॉब्लम होता है, but again we have to cope up with all this situation. So sometimes we have to be very very flexible according to situation. We have to change ourselves and that change is very necessary. आज भी online platform पे हम लोग सारा कुछ कर रहे हैं, कुछ कुछ problem है, always there will be, but we have to go with that particular problem. So the person, student, teacher, everybody need to be flexible according to the situation. But last line हमें नहीं भूलनी चाहिए, without compromising on ethics and values. When we are on online platform और हम जब ऑफलाइन पढ़ाते हैं या ऑनलाइन पढ़ाते हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि ऑनलाइन में जो वेटेज, जो पर्टिकुलर डेडिकेशन हमारा वो कम हो जाता है. नो. सो व्हेनेवर वी आर हैविंग ऑन ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म, आवर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी इज सेम. So the ethics and values has not to be sacrificed. Okay, we have to change and we have to go with that particular change. So that is what flexibility. We need to be flexible today. Next, leadership and responsibility is again the other type of life skill. So leadership is the ability to lead a team and be capable of effective team management in relation to real world challenges. Leadership, a successful leader is one that make more and more leader. Leadership बनते नहीं है, बनाए जाते. Leader बनते नहीं है, बनाए जाते. We have to select one particular leader and we can inculcate this type of leadership skill in our student also. ये बहुत छोटे लेवल से स्टार्ट किया जा सकता है. Whenever you have any particular a project or particular sports event or whatever you are having, you can make a particular leader. The best example is the class monitor. So when we are having class monitor, we have different monitor, not one monitor. So we are giving them certain responsibility to lead a particular thing. Okay, the responsibility and authority is limited, but this way we can develop some leadership skill also to face the real world challenges. Being a responsible, next is what responsibility. Being a responsible means being a good and effective sensitive citizen. Responsibility means obligation to perform the task. सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम यही है, whenever we are taking the responsibility, we have to be very what responsible towards the work that has been assigned. Okay, that is being responsible means being good and effective sensitive citizen. Be aware of the important social and national issues. It's not talking about the responsibility related to your work only. आपके काम से रिलेटेड सिर्फ उसके बारे में बात नहीं कर रहा है। एनी टाइप ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, whether it's a social responsibility, the responsibility that is given at your workplace, at your home also. So that is what leadership, and again responsibility. Initiative and self-direction. Initiation skill involves the ability to begin a task independently. It helps the person to build his or her own path of development. Self-direction is a skill to work with integrity on self-motivation and taking initiative. Self-motivation is the biggest motivation. And self-direction is talking about you have to take the initiative. Don't wait that other will come to motivate you. That is the self-motivation and taking initiative. You have to motivate yourself that yes, I can do it. This screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir,
Initiative,
it is visible.
Sir, it is
okay.
visible.
Initiative means sometimes we always wait whenever we are facing any problem. We are in that much situation कि हम लोग wait करते कि कोई मेरा मदद नहीं कर रहा है, कोई मुझे help करने के लिए नहीं आया. See, always we have to motivate ourselves. When we are okay helping ourselves, then the others come. एक छोटा एग्जांपल है, एक छोटा बच्चा जब चलने के लिए शुरुआत में सीखता है ना, तो जो पहला कदम वो रखता है वो खुद से रखता है. कोई ऐसा दुनिया में नहीं है जो उसका पैर पकड़ के उसको चलना सिखाता है. The day the particular child take the first step, घर के सारे आसपास के लोग आ जाते हैं उसकी मदद करने के लिए कि अब आज से ये चलना सीख रहा है, हम लोग इसका हेल्प करते हैं. So always whenever you are in problem, you have to take the first step. It is only the first step that is difficult. Again I am repeating, it is only the first step that is difficult. कहीं कोई सेमिनार देना हो, कोई प्रेजेंटेशन देना हो, क्लास में कोई डिक्टेशन, कोई भी एनी प्रॉब्लम, कहीं भी बात करें तो शुरुआत हमेशा थोड़ा कठिन लगता है. When you are taking the first step, the everything that is coming to your okay particular path that you will be able to okay handle. So that is self motivation is the biggest motivation. Next is what? Productivity and accountability. So productivity in the individuals, students can be understood as fulfillment of any task within a given time period. Accountability can be understood as feeling responsible for any task done. Accountability हम दूसरे सेंस में बोल सकते हैं. Accountability means being answerable. देखिए तीन मेन चीजें होती हैं, अथॉरिटी, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी. अगर आपको कोई काम दिया गया, दैट मीन्स यू आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दैट. आपको उसके लिए कुछ पावर दिया जाएगा, दैट इज द अथॉरिटी. अथॉरिटी इज द पावर टू टेक डिसीजन. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज द ऑब्लिगेशन टू परफॉर्म द टास्क. और अकाउंटेबिलिटी का मतलब हुआ कि आप जवाबदेही. अकाउंटेबिलिटी मीन्स आंसरेबिलिटी, बीइंग आंसरेबल. कल अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम होता है देन यू विल बी आंसरेबल. चीजें अच्छी होगी, खराब होगी, यू विल बी आंसरेबल. सो अकाउंटेबिलिटी मीन्स बीइंग आंसरेबल. These are the things that has been given by WHO. Here it is written. The WHO, World Health Organization, identified 6 key areas of life skills. So these key areas that we have just discussed. And the last but not the least, that is what is social skill. Very simple, but again we miss sometimes this skill. This skill, social skill, also belong to life skill. These are the skills to communicate, work collaboratively and effectively in diverse social and cultural environment. The screen is visible, this one, this slide.
Yes, sir.
It is visible.
It
This
is
slide
visible,
is
sir.
visible.
It is visible, sir.
All of you can see over here, there are n number of social skills. These are the basic skill. ये social skill है जो हमें बच्चों को सिखाना है, and we also practice in our particular life. See, very simple things are there, but sometimes we miss this thing. These are the social skill. First, following direction, using manners, having a positive attitude. Always we must have a positive attitude. Working with others, good hygiene, using polite words, taking turns, greetings. Whenever we are meeting with somebody, okay, we always greet, okay. So waiting and having patience. See, कौन नहीं जानता कि this thing has to be there. Being a good sport, listening to others, and understanding personal space. Here the most important, all the skills are important, but having a positive attitude, again, it is very, very important. Okay, so there is a particular incident I will be telling. Okay, this particular positive attitude we must have. Okay, there was a particular incident, एक particular शीशा था आपका घर पे, उस शीशे से हस्बैंड वाइफ बाहर देखते थे, बगल में एक और घर था, वहां पर कुछ कपड़े सूखते रहते थे हमेशा। वाइफ ने अपने हस्बैंड से कहा देख करके कि सी दे आर नॉट वॉशिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर क्लोथ्स प्रॉपर्ली, दैट पर्टिकुलर क्लोथ्स आर लुकिंग डर्टी। हस्बैंड ओके नॉट रिप्लाई एनीथिंग, कुछ रिप्लाई नहीं किया। नेक्स्ट डे वाइफ अगेन सेड टू हिज हस्बैंड, देखिए उसका अभी भी कपड़ा गंदा है, कितना साफ करते, हो सकता है वॉशिंग मशीन अच्छा नहीं होगा, और द डिटर्जेंट दे आर यूजिंग दैट इज माइट नॉट बी गुड। थर्ड डे अगेन द वाइफ इज सेइंग द सेम थिंग टू द हस्बैंड। नाउ द हस्बैंड टुक हर वाइफ टू द नेक्स्ट रूम, वहां से उस पर्टिकुलर शीशे से घर से वो बाहर दिखाया कपड़े को, उसने देखा कि कपड़े तो भी साफ दिखाई दे रहे। तो दिक्कत प्रॉब्लम इसमें था कि शीशा जो था वो गंदा था। तो यही हमारे साथ भी होता है। The way we see the things, na, that is called attitude. We have to change the way we see the things. If we are looking at the positive side, the thing will look positive. I'm not denying that there will not be some negative side, but if our intention, if our particular thing is to look the positive side, we will always have a positive thing, okay, in others also. So these are the basic and the social skills, if it is being incorporated, okay, in our life. So this is going to help in our life. Okay, so with this, okay, I have come to the conclusion that in today's 21st century, this learning skill, literacy skill, and this particular life skills are very, very important. Some of these skills we do possess, some of these skills, okay, we can develop, but if we will implement all of these particular skill, okay, in our life, definitely this skill is going to help, okay, in our life. So with this, okay, I come to the end of my presentation. Yes, Rajiv sir. Rajiv sir is there.
Very nice presentation, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. And there is a particular, yes.
Sir, ठीक है.
Okay, sir. Over to you, sir. It's finished, sir.
Okay, sir, take the query and I'm posting the attendance sheet even.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And if
Sir,
somebody wants to ask any question, I'm open to you all.
sir, I am getting network problems, sir. I am not able to fill up the form, sir.
Okay, that the Rajiv sir will take care. Any question from this particular presentation, anyone?
No, sir.
It was very nice, sir.
Thank you, sir. You can post your question in the chat box. Yes. I'm opening the chat box. If you have any question, then I can. Yes. Anybody, any question? Okay. Yes, sir. Please, you can ask if you have any question. Okay, I have got the response. Yes. Okay, sir. So as I was saying that these are the particular skills, if it is being used in our day-to-day life, this is definitely going to help. Okay. This thing, can anybody answer this one? The last one, understanding personal space. Anyone is having any idea regarding this? The last one, all the things are self-explanatory. Understanding personal space, what does it mean? Yes, anyone can reply in the chat box. Understanding personal space. If you are not asking, then I can ask. Yes. Any idea? Anyone? This particular understanding personal space, we have certain things, okay, called proxemics. Say in different metro cities or in different countries also, we have realized that when we are communicating, okay, to our near and dear ones, okay, there is a different kind of interaction. Suppose when a particular child is communicating to mother, The communication, okay, is in a different way. When a particular brother and sister is communicating, so then again it is okay, communicating in a different way. When a teacher is interacting with the student, that again the communication thing varies. And then when a particular seminar or in a presentation, and if one is giving the presentation in a seminar or in a conference room, so that is what we call as understanding personal space. So in which space you are, whether you are in the intimate zone or the public zone or the social zone or the personal zone. So according to this, our communication varies. This is again a kind of skill that we must understand. जब एक बच्चा अपनी माँ से बात कर रहा होता है, that is in intimate zone. Understanding, meaning, ability to grip knowledge. Oh, somebody has replied. So there are 4 main zones under this understanding personal space. What is that? Intimate zone, personal zone, social zone, and public zone. Again, I am repeating, there are 4 main types of okay space in which we interact. Okay, first is intimate zone, personal zone, social zone, public zone. In intimate zone, we are having okay husband, wife, okay the child and the mother. In personal zone, we are having brother and sister, okay, and our relatives. Okay, then we in social zone we are having the colleagues in which okay we interact. जो हम लोग स्कूल में जाते हैं, कॉलेजेस में जाते हैं कहीं पर, तो हमारे जो कलीग हैं वो होते हैं हमारे किसमें, सोशल जोन में. Public zone, when we are in a huge mass and somebody is representing something, that is what we call as okay the public zone. The 4 zone is there: intimate zone, personal zone, social zone, and the public zone. That is what understanding personal space. तो आप किस जोन में है उसके हिसाब से आप अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दे सकते हैं, अपनी बात को सामने रख सकते हैं. That is what these things are there. Is it clear to all of you now? Yes, am I clear? Understanding personal space, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Rajiv sir. If you have still any question that you can ask, I am waiting. The chat box. Okay, Rajiv sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. It is done now.
We are posting the attendance sheet feedback form.
Okay.
Assessment form is there. So
Okay,
anybody who has not filled in the WhatsApp group, even I'm going to share that. If anybody has not filled, they can fill the, then he can leave the session.
Okay, sir. Okay. Anything else, sir? Rajiv sir, anything else?
No, sir. No, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Anything that you want to share?
Sir, Sahodaya complex coordinator, sir, Obiado, sir, is there or not? No, nobody is there. Okay. Participants, after filling your form, you can leave.
Okay.
Where is the form, sir?
Yes, Rajiv sir, someone is asking about the form.
See in the chat box. Chat box, it is available. In the chat box or YouTube link, you will find that in the chat box.
Okay.
I am here for your question also. Still, if you have any question, okay. Anyone?
You completed on time, sir.
Okay, sir. Shall I stop the presentation, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Pankaj sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 4CS is related to which, sir?
Sir, in the first slide, you have been shown this thing, okay? Regarding the learning skill, here it is.
Okay, sir. Learning skill.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, all of you.
चूहा मिक्सर में घूमत एम्बा